This week you'll be working on Module 8, what is an infographic? So our assignments are not in our textbook. Be sure to read the overview. We see infographics in education and business everywhere. So this will be appropriate for everyone that is taking the class. Chapter objectives, be sure you read those. This first module on infographics is just an overview of what an infographic is, some basic information on how to create a good one, and also the purposes of infographics, in case you've never done one before. If you scroll down further on the page, because you don't have a book, there is a presentation all about infographics. Be sure you read and also read each of the articles that are included there, like where are infographics used, history, and there's an article for you to read. So be sure that you read all of the information, scroll through here, watch the video for a brief explanation. Knowing what the history of it and where we've come from and gone to will help you to understand infographics. What is a meme? Most of you should know that is definitely something that's used in social media today. All about memes. Infographic sizes. Read that article. There's a good rule of thumb to go by for what size you should create the infographic. Choosing colors in infographics. Read that article for 5 examples of great color combinations, and you'll be using this as you create infographics in the next few modules. The meanings of the colors that can also be used in desktop publishing. It's all an extension in the design of what you've learned in desktop publishing. And best practices in designing infographics as you move forward with designing one. The do's and don'ts. Choosing fonts. We've already talked about choosing fonts for desktop publishing. Read on to learn about the differences between that. What's different about an infographic and deciding on fonts to use. There are some advantages, of course, in using infographics. There are also some disadvantages, so read the article on that. Be sure that you've gone completely through the presentation before you begin the assignment or the discussion. So just 2 things to do once you have gone through the articles. And again, you're not reading a book, you're not doing tutorials, so you need to read those articles and watch the videos. And then you'll do the discussion on best practices of using infographics and discussing the advantages and disadvantages, which was one of the articles that you, or a couple of the articles that you read in there. And then finally, you do have an assignment, which is to create a newsletter that discusses infographics, that what you've learned in this unit or in this module about infographics. So a good schedule would be to start today in reading and tomorrow in reading, and then your discussion on Wednesday or Thursday, and starting to put together your newsletter. As you're reading and watching the videos, you may want to take down some notes that you'll plan to use in your newsletter. Hope you have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions.